Hello friends, welcome back. This is Mukesh Mehta from HD99 Solutions, your one-stop management and marketing solution providers. I'm very happy to guide you today towards setting up your 2024 on the digital front. In the last video, when we went live, we spoke about how and what do we need to set up these goals. In case you've missed my previous live, it's on the pages, you can go and read them. Today, we're going to take one step ahead. We're going to make a plan for 2024 and be sure that this is the best year of the marketing that we have done to date. Since we have all our plans on the paper that we wrote last time, I'm sure you got enough time to set up and write down each and every answer of the questions that I asked you. It's very important for us to know the year 2023. We cannot make the year better unless we know and we've analyzed what was 2023 like and what was the best we did and what was the worst we tried. Everything that we tried is not bad. It's just an attempt and it's great to have an attempt. Now let's talk about 2024. What's your key performance index? What is that thing that you want to perform for your year 2024? Is it going to be the traffic on the website? Is it going to be the engagement on your social media platforms? Is it going to be about selling your products, or is it going to be popularizing your brand? If we know what we are going to talk about and what are we planning to do, it's going to make the roadmap very easy. Remember my advice, which was there ever said by every time whenever I've been online. You need to make your goal and you need to focus on that goal. If you say today that your goal is to get the maximum traffic on your website, we are going to make a sketch for the same. We are not going to switch the goal even if we don't see traffic in the first quarter. We're going to be sure that we revise the plan in the quarter 2 and get the traffic. If you keep on switching your goals, you're not going to reach to any destination. And this is what is the biggest mistake, which is done by business owners and allowed by their marketing agencies. As a responsible marketing agency, it's my first job to tell you, let's be sure of the goal that we want to do in 2024. We all learn from examples. So let me give you some examples. The best of the brands that you know today who have come up hard way in the past few years are still promoting and branding the same concept, still trying to sell the same thing they tried a few weeks ago, few months ago, and few years ago. For example, does Swiggy need an advert today? Does Zomato need an advert today? Is it important for Ola to run their ads? Is it important for Amazon to run an ad and say, come and buy products from me? Why are they doing it so? They are not letting you forget the brand. They're not letting their goals move towards their goal of getting the people on their app, on their website, or use their services. It is very important to keep that goal fixed. It is very important to not move from the desire that we wanted. I know I'm repeating this for you a lot of times, but you have to understand the importance. If you sit back and you see the biggest failure that you must have written on your 2023 page is switching of goals. I am sure that each one of us has gone through this process. We've been demanding traffic on website and suddenly switching it towards followers. We've been demanding followers and suddenly switching towards leads. We've been demanding leads and suddenly switching towards branding. It's very important to set a goal. So, before you start making the blueprint for the 2024, hope we are on the same page. You have your goal set in the place. And I assure you, if you do this, you're going to see the 2024 much different than what you saw in 2023. Now let's take ahead. How are we going to make this blueprint? Let's set up the goal that we've decided into minute tasks. There will be some tasks that are easy to manage. There will be some tasks that when you need a group of people or a team to work on. There will be some tasks that can be automated. There will be some tasks that need extra attention. So you need to make your buckets and define those tasks. There are some tasks that you need on immediate basis, and there are some tasks that you may need after a period of time. So once you know those tasks, you need to write them down. You need to have a timeline by when do you expect this task to be started, and by when do you expect that task to be completed? It's very important that in any organization, whether it's small, big, micro, macro, it has a task manager. In our organization, we use a task manager, and that's the only reason we are able to cater 50 plus brands. It's not an easy thing to remember the demand of 50 clients. It's not an easy thing to not forget what were you delivering or what were you expect to be delivered. It's only possible when you have your task in place. As a management, you have to remember that your people follow the task and they don't change apparently, suddenly, or with any immediate notices. So if you have a task, for example, I want the SEO on my website to be the top ranking. I want a keyword to rank the top. I know practically it's going to take 6 to 8 weeks for a keyword to start ranking. I need to start working today, so I see that in February or March. Now, if I don't start today, I'm never going to see it. So that's the first thing. You need to know when do you need to start to see the task. The timeline to the task has to be well defined. It shouldn't be short that you don't achieve it, and it shouldn't be so long that you take your own time and you forget it. Once you've made the list of your tasks, what's the next thing? The next thing is assigning them to the right number of people. If you in your business are the only person completing the task, you will never be able to do anything. You definitely need a group of people to help you complete your task. And it's very important to have a team, and a strong one. Now you need to sit with your team and explain them what's the goal and what are you expecting out of them. Each one of them should run on a similar goal plateau. It shouldn't be that one of the team member expects a lot of followers to be on the Instagram page and the other is looking at website. All the things are very important, but the goal needs to be one. I don't say that you don't need good followers on your Insta account, nor I say that only the website traffic is going to gain the attention, but what's the goal has to be same. So now you have your task in your place. You need to assign them to the right number of people. I know what's in your mind. So much time you have changed in your team members, and that's absolutely okay. If your goals are set, you may find people not working on those goals. You may find reasons for the people to not being able to complete those goals. It's okay to replace, it's okay to regenerate them, and it's okay to also revive them. In case you have to replace them, you have to be prepared to have a backup. You have to be prepared that whom are you going to assign the task in case it moves from X to Y. It's very important that the company doesn't suffer when there are these kind of micro changes happening in the organization. If the people who want to work with you are going to accept these goals and achieve them, each one of them definitely know they will be valued as well as profited as well as awarded when this task is going to be completed. Each one of us should have a similar goal that the company has to grow, so each one of us grows. I'm speaking as an employee as well as an entrepreneur. I know it's a different thought as an employee, and it's completely a different thought as an entrepreneur. But me as an entrepreneur want to make sure that my team member knows if my company is growing, they're growing for sure. So now I'm sure you know what are your tasks. I'm sure you know whom are the members on whom you depend on to get your task achieved. Your blueprint is almost ready. In my next session, I'm going to talk about the goals that you can have and how do you achieve them. It's very important for each one of us to know that these goals are only achievable when we work towards them. For the kind of goals you have, feel free to write in your comment box or WhatsApp me personally that this is my goal. In case if I'm not covering that goal, I will make sure to speak more about it. Thank you and stay tuned for my next episode. It's going to talk about what kind of goals can you set, and if these are the goals you set, how do you achieve them.